Hey everybody, welcome. Kevin Kaufman, Fred Weaver, joined by our longtime friend Ellie George in Southern Oregon. We're going to talk today about why Ellie looked up recently and said, as an independent broker owner, I got to know what's going on here at eXp Realty. So anyway, Ellie, welcome to eXp Realty, the not so great kept secret. I know many of your friends and coworkers in the industry already know this, but I thought it'd be a great conversation today, just talking a little bit about, your career in real estate and how you've worked at franchises, started your own company, and are making a shift and a change. So welcome. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Ellie George, Southern Oregon, and I've been doing real estate for 14 years now. Started April Fool's Day of 2005. It was great. Yeah, and you're right. I did start out at RE/MAX, was there 4 or 5 years, went over to Keller Williams, and that's where I met you guys. Was there, I don't know how long, 4 or 5 years. Anyway, and then in 2012, I decided to create my own brokerage, and that was HomeQuest Realty. And a year later, my really good friend, Evan MacArthur, he joined up with me and bought into the brokerage. And we have a great relationship and created HomeQuest 6 years strong. But, it's time to make that change.
So there's a lot of moments that are fun as a broker owner, right? And I've witnessed your and Evan's relationship. Everything's great there, you guys. It's awesome. Evan's not such a big social media guy. Maybe we'll get him on here soon.
We'll twist his arm or something.
Yeah. So what was kind of that thought process like? I mean, there's a lot of considerations. You guys were obviously thinking about, hey, we like these parts of owning and running a brokerage. These are some other parts we probably don't like. There's a lot of concern and a lot of care for your agents and making sure that if you did make a change that they weren't adversely affected, but that there was things that were added to them, not taken from them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And so here's the thing. We started out, initially 4 people and then about 10. And I've never been one to sit there and recruit. But people just kept asking us if they could join our brokerage. And I think that's a lot about, what we put out there. And our brokerage was, our motto was surround yourself with those you love, respect, and laugh with. We just have fun. We do a lot of business, but we have a lot of fun. Anyway, there's a lot of things I do love about having a brokerage. The things I don't like is paperwork. Don't like that. And also what I felt is the agents needed a higher level of hand-holding. And I am a busy realtor. I love real estate. I love working with buyers. I love working with sellers. I got into real estate to do real estate. Mm-hmm. And what I found is, there's 24 hours a day and I can't create more time. So you have 2 great things, but eventually, you don't have time for everything.
Yeah. I've found, I've got a lot of friends that own independent brokerages or have owned in the past, and it appears to me that a lot of folks do that because of the autonomy, right? They're looking for autonomy in the way they operate. I know for us in our search, autonomy was a big deal. And so it leads them down the road of independent. But then I think a lot to what happens is when you're running a really great small independent company, other people eventually want to start joining you. And while you have autonomy, now you've also got an added responsibility that you're looking for.
So true. So true. And I don't like to shortchange myself with my career. I like to have all the tools, all the technology, and my agents deserve that too. And at a certain point, you get so big that you have to give more and more time to that brokerage, which they deserve. So we started looking around, Evan and I, and, we had some offers and things just didn't fit right, didn't feel right. I didn't want to lose my brand, didn't want to lose our location, our group of people. All that is really important. The thing with eXp, well, first of all, I have to apologize because I did a lot of smack talking on eXp.
I don't know anything about that. I never said I would never go to eXp.
I did say that.
I did.
Yes, yeah. So apologizing for the smack talking. It's like eating crow, um, literally. Um, but when you see a trend happening, you can either smack talk it or you can just listen. And that's when I reached out to you guys and I'm like, okay, what's up? Um, and I wanted to know the ins and outs and why people are going that route and what kind of benefit it is for people that are actually doing real estate.
Yeah.
And I just found that going EXP is adding a lot of value too. And I can still keep my brand. I can still keep what I love about being a broker owner and yet take away all the stuff I don't like.
Yeah. Well, I had a chance to hang out with you and Evan and all of your agents last Monday and Tuesday. I came up to Oregon and hung out with you guys. First of all, like, you can definitely feel the family atmosphere. And I think the thing that the majority of your agents walked away with, let's be honest, not every agent thought this was a good move for them. And that's just real, right? Any
That's
change
so
is
fine.
going to cause some people to just look at all their options. But the majority of your agents are moving over with you and have moved over. And what I got was that HomeQuest Realty is not going away. It's just now HomeQuest brokered by eXp Realty. And the office is still in the same place. The support that those agents have always gotten from you is still there. I don't think that you made this move to take anything away from them. You made it to enhance and add more to them. You recognize and realize that I only have so much time in my day, and I'm not trying to necessarily get all my time back. I'm just realizing that if I continue on this trend that I'm going down, I'm not going to have any time for anything else, to sleep, for my family, etc. So I'm going to keep giving my time. I'm going to keep giving to the agents that have joined HomeQuest over the years. But now I'm also going to associate them with another product, another place where we can go get more training, more education, more support, more learning. And that's kind of what I saw. It was all add-ons, if you will.
It really was, and that was a huge factor, because we did have the opportunity to go somewhere else and put a lot of money in our own little pockets, but it just didn't feel right. And honestly, EXP has made it easy to not just get the benefits, but also our agents are like, they're not going to have to spend a lot of money, whereas other brokerages would be a lot more expensive. So they're getting all the benefits of EXP, but at a price that's fair to them and where they can grow their own business even bigger.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Again, I'm seeing so many similarities. Though you were an independent brokerage, we were a team inside of a franchise. A lot of it came down to I'm hearing similar things here, and the agents, the opportunity that it creates is something that, as an indie brokerage or even a team on your own, you just can't create it on your own. But when you have the power of something so much bigger, all of a sudden we can add more benefit to everybody that we work with. And to me, that's what it's all about.
That's huge. And it doesn't work for everyone right now, or maybe they think it doesn't, and that's fine. Maybe they'll open their minds later and look at it and go, okay. Because that's what it took me, a long time of seeing EXP and seeing what was happening, smack talking them a little bit. But then I was like, oh, that does fit.
But it's funny. We had a obviously similar thought process too. And what I appreciated about you, Ellie, was I didn't know the smack talk part, because you had never said that to me before. But what I got in your message when you had initially reached out was like, hey, I'm curious. Okay, must be something here. I've already checked out other things. I have some options. I don't necessarily love them. I don't hate them, but I'm curious now, like, what is more to this that I'm not seeing? And you were willing to do that despite the smack talk. You could have continued to look for more, what's the word I'm looking for, evidence to justify your smack talk. But instead you went, well, hold on a second. I'm going to start asking better questions and find out what I don't know.
Oh yeah. And that's like with anything, any trend that is starting and that's changing real estate, people usually are fearful of that and come to assumptions before asking questions. And so that's what I wanted to do, is just ask the questions, because there's actually a lot of misconceptions I had. So I thought that you'd get no support because the broker wasn't here locally. and she's an hour and a half away. Oh, far from the truth, actually. That poor lady, I'm texting and calling her all the time. But what I have learned, and this is, I can't remember which one of you said it. You're the same entity. But I remember talking, and you said about having broker support and how it's better than you've ever experienced anywhere else. And that blew my mind. I was like, how is that even possible? Well, with eXp World, there's literally so many specialists in all the different areas and facets that you need help with in a brokerage, and they're available 11 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I thought I was pretty good with support to our agents. You know, there's 2 or 3 of us that they could reach out to, but we're also doing business. And even if we weren't doing business, there's only 2 or 3 of us, and we're not all knowledgeable in all aspects real estate, right? Websites, contracts, whatever. So that was actually a huge turning point for me, is the level of support, that there's that many people that can help you and that are knowledgeable in their little specialist phase or area. So that was huge.
And for anybody hearing Ellie out there going, oh, she loved eXp World since day one. Nope. Like all of us.
I still make fun of it.
She thought it was weird. We all made fun of it. But in just a week and a half now of sort of being integrated and having access to those systems, she's starting to figure out, okay, there's some functionality here, though, that simplifies things, that provides answers and support when I need it. There's over 400 people now that work for eXp that are in eXp World on a daily basis. I'm not talking about agents. There's 17,000 agents, but there's 400 staff members in different departments that are available. Your broker support, Deborah, is amazing. I don't know if she'll watch this, but I hope if you're in Oregon and you're at eXp, you guys should be loving on Deborah. She is just an amazing human being, and was just so great to your team as they were making this move over. And anybody in Oregon that's wondering if the broker support's good, the answer is yes.
Yes, it is.
And she doesn't do it all on her own. She has a team of people behind her as well. But like, that support is awesome. And then if you don't mind, Ellie, for a quick minute, like, you had some good support from the corporate folks at eXp as well, right? Like,
I did, yes.
A move as an independent over to eXp is a little daunting. So maybe you could talk to some of that.
Yeah, so shout out to Dave Kennord. He's a stud.
Dave rock.
It was actually really impressive how he's available by phone, a text, and he can make things happen like bam. And he made it very easy to make this transition smooth and painless. And well, as painless as can be, right? Yeah. But yeah, I was really impressed about how flexible he can be. It's not a big corporate feel. It's definitely human. That's how I felt. So
that's cool. Well, honestly,
thanks
Dave,
for introducing him to me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Dave's only been at the company since December, and the stuff that guy's done in 3 months now at the company is phenomenal. And just what I love about him is that he's he's a senior vice president of growth. Like, he's in charge of making this easier for all of us to join, making it easier for independent brokerages like yourself to come over. And I really felt that in this whole process.
Yeah, he definitely is. One of the things that we were looking for, and we know that we have found here, is that entrepreneurial feel of, like, we're all on the same team. Like, we all have our own businesses, and yet we're also doing something together. And if people are just willing to roll up their sleeves and help out where something needs helping.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's why I reached out to you guys, because I knew you're pros. I respected you, and I know that you lead with giving value to people. And that's why I reached out to you guys. So I'm really glad I did. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for reaching out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really impressed so far with everyone, the broker, Dave, you guys, and then getting in and seeing more and more education that's out there and the networking. Yeah. So I get to keep all the things I wanted, and I don't have to do the things that I didn't want to. And I'm still happy.
Yeah, it's like win-win-win, right? You got to keep the things you like. You got to get rid of some stuff you didn't, and your agents got to keep the stuff that they liked, and they got more stuff. Like, it's all these different wins across the board. So it's just really cool that thankful for Glenn Sanford for creating this platform for us to be able to operate in this manner and to be able to have these experiences. Like it's new and it's different. And if you're out there and you're listening and you're like, I still think it's crazy. Yet we all felt that way at one time too. We all are eating crow still to this day. But
I got lots of recipes.
But if it's piqued your interest at all, I mean, reach out to Ellie. Again, this is not just an independent broker owner who made a move. This is somebody that's selling hundreds of homes a year, a mega agent. This is somebody who loves real estate. She didn't join the company to retire from real estate sales. She's joining the company to sell more real estate. And there's oftentimes that fallacy or that, myth understanding out there that everybody goes to eXp to retire. We're all coming to eXp to sell more homes.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Right? So it's quite awesome. Well, anyway, Ellie, in closing, any final thoughts? If somebody wants to reach out to you, what's the best way to do that? We'll let you wrap it up.
You can reach me on Facebook. You can call. You can text me, 541-601-9582. Email, Facebook, text, crow. I don't know. It all works.
Carrier pigeon, whatever. Awesome. Well, Ellie, I just again want to say thank you so much and welcome officially to the company of eXp Realty. We're so glad to be in business with you and Evan and the crew, and looking forward to creating some really great stuff together as we move forward in our businesses and careers.
Awesome. Thanks so much, you guys. Really.
All right, y'all.
Thanks, Ellie. Thanks for joining in, everybody.
Thank you so much for tuning in today and joining us. For more information regarding eXp Realty, we'd like to invite you to one of our Discover the Truth of eXp Realty webinars. You can find that information at kevinandfred.com/truth. Again, that's kevinandfred.com/truth. Thanks so much. Create yourself a great day.